Hey everybody, this video is going to go through some nitty-gritty details regarding how to create a list, and there's just a couple of small details that I wanted to point out in this file. So let's see if we can make a formula that multiplies the growth number with the starting number. So on the one hand, we could type 3 times 2 and then hit enter, and that does accomplish the task. But notice how if you change the growth number to, say, a 4, that this number doesn't change. So the way that we're going to accomplish this task is by changing the formula. Instead of typing 3 times 2, we're just going to click on this box, which for mine is called H7, and then multiply it by this box here. And just like I showed in a recent video with the introduction material, if you double click on this box, it'll show you the 2 cells that it's working with, and it has color coding, so you can tell that H7 is over here, the light blue one, and E6 is this pink one. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter in order to get out of that cell. Now, one of the key features in Excel is the ability to drag formulas down and not have to retype them each time. I want you to notice the cursor changes from a white cross shape to a black cross shape right there as you move it over that little box. And so I want you to move it on top of the little box in the lower right corner, click and hold, and then drag it down. And when you let go, Excel is going to put what it thinks you want in there. But I was kind of hoping that this number would keep multiplying by 3, my growth number. And as you can see, it didn't. So let's go ahead and double click on this cell and see what's going on. Maybe do a little troubleshooting. Looks to me like this cell is using the wrong boxes. I'm going to hit escape to get out of there. Now I'm going to double click on this one. Uh-oh, that one's using the wrong boxes too. You know what it seems like it's doing is it's using these cells that are directly above and over here in column H. So what I want you to do is look up here in the formula bar as we move down from row to row. So in row 8, the starting row that we typed in, it says the cells we want, H7, E7. But as I move down, notice up here how it changes to H8, E8. I hit escape to get out of there. And then up here, H9, E9. So if I'm ever in a situation where I want to stay focused on those 2 cells at the top, there's a trick you can do by putting in a dollar symbol next to those numbers that you want to lock in place. So I inserted those dollar symbols. Now click and drag down. Is that working the way we want? Let's find out. If I click on there, looks like this cell is referring to both of the starting numbers. That's still not quite what I wanted. So I'm going to use the dollar symbol on E7, on H7 rather, because I want to lock my focus in on that. I can tell I'm supposed to be looking at H7 because it's color-coded light blue and that one's light blue. But I want this pink one to change as I pull this down. So I'm going to delete that dollar symbol out of E7. Once Again, up here in the formula, you can see that there's a dollar symbol next to H7, but no longer next to E7. So now when I click down, what do you think is going to happen when I let go? I hope that it starts taking my number and multiplying by 3 and by 3 again and so on. And there it goes. Yeah. And because we used a formula, I can now change the growth number to, say, a 4. And when I hit enter, it should update all these numbers here. And I can also change my starting number to maybe a 3. And by using formulas like this, you can generate lots of information, make small modifications, and see how that changes throughout your pattern. And you can do lots of cool stuff with Excel.